Hello class, welcome to Pre-Algebra Lesson 6.1, which is all about ratios. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to write ratios as fractions in simplest form and simplify ratios involving measurements. So let's jump into some vocab right off the bat. The only new vocab term for this section is the word ratio. This is something that you probably worked with in previous years, but just a reminder, a ratio is just when you compare two numbers, two quantities, using division. Okay? So these are three different ways that you'll see ratios written, and we're going to practice simplifying them. So this very first one, we have 12 over 18, and what we're going to do to simplify this is we want to think what number can multiply into both 12 and 18. So if I look at it, I see, okay, they're both even, so I know at least 2 goes into them. And then I can look at it and say, okay, well, 3 also goes into it. 4 does not, because 4 doesn't go into 18. 5 does not go into those. What about 6? 6 goes into both of those. And I think 6 is going to be the biggest number that we can get out of both of those numbers. So 12 divided by 6 gives me 2. 18 divided by 6 gives me 3. Now, is there anything else that can multiply into both 2 and 3? No. So that is simplest form. I am all done with that one. Moving on to the next one where it uses a colon. It's 49 colon 56. You read that 49 to 56. Okay? And I want to think what's the biggest number that goes into both 49 and 56? Some of you might be tempted to say nothing goes into both 49 and 56. Because a lot of you tend to forget about the lovely number 7. But 7 times 7 gives me 49. So 49 divided by 7 is 7. 56 divided by 7 is 8. So my final answer would be 7 to 8. Then the last one, we have 66 to 88. And a lot of you like to say, oh, that's easy. 11 goes into both of those because the number repeats. And you're absolutely right. So I can write 6 to 8. But then I want to look and say, does anything go into both 6 and 8? Yes, a 2 goes into both of those. So I would be left with 3 to 4 as my final answer. Okay. Now, I want you to try simplifying this fraction on your own. Good luck. Hopefully you realized this fraction reduces to 1 over 2. 17 goes into itself once and 34 twice. If you did not get that, please be sure to ask for some help if you have questions. Now I want you to try simplifying 81 to 108 on your own. Good luck. Hopefully for a final answer you ended up at 3 to 4. Some of you might have realized that 9 goes into both of those numbers and you simplified it to 9 to 12. But there was one step further that you could go, and that one step further leads you to 3 to 4. If you did not get that and you're not sure how I got that, please ask for some help. And the last one I want you to simplify, 96 to 100. Good luck. Okay, for this last one, hopefully you realized that I could simplify all the way down to 24 to 25. Some of you maybe did the in-between step and simplified to 48 to 50. Realized those were both even, so they could be simplified further. Okay, if you have questions on any of those, please be sure to ask for help. I am happy to help you. All right, example 2, ratios in simplest form. 10 out of every 30 Americans own a portable MP3 player. Express this ratio as a fraction in simplest form and explain its meaning. So 10 out of every 30. So the way that you write that, you say 10 out of 30. Okay, so that's our fraction. So you're told to do it in a fraction form. Another way I could write it, if they didn't specify 10 fraction form, is I could write it all of these different ways. Okay, they all mean the same thing, but this one specifically asks for a fraction. And then I look at these two numbers, 10 and 30. 10 goes into both of them. 10 goes into itself once, and 10 goes into 33 times. So the simplest form would be 1/3, and its meaning is that 1 out of 3 Americans own a portable MP3 player. All right, question 2. This one's for you to solve. 15 out of 100 campsites at a campground are reserved for campers with pets. Express the ratio as a fraction in simplest form. Good luck. Hopefully the fraction you got was 3 over 20. If not, ask for some help. You should have started by putting 15 over 100 and then realized 5 goes into both of those, 3 over 20. All right, our last example for today is write ratios as fractions. Express the ratio 8 ounces to 3 pounds as a fraction in simplest form. So first of all, the abbreviations for both of those, ounces turns into OZ, and then pounds turns into LB. And in order to express this in simplest form, we first want to convert and make them so they're both in the same unit. So I'm going to convert to whatever my top unit is. So if I have ounces on top, I'm going to convert the pounds on the bottom to ounces. So 1 pound equals 16 ounces. And that's a piece of information that'll be on the next slide, or a couple slides from now. So I'm just telling you for now, 1 pound is 16 ounces. So that means 3 pounds, I would do 3 times 16 to find out how many ounces were in 3 pounds, and that would be 48. So on the bottom, I'm going to have 48 ounces. On the top, I have 8 ounces. Now that my units match, I have ounces on top and bottom. I'm going to simplify. 8 goes into itself once, and 48 6 times. So my fraction is 1 over 6, and that is simplest form. Okay, now I want you to express the ratio 15 inches to 1 foot as a fraction in simplest form. Good luck. Okay, for this problem, hopefully you realize that 1 foot is 12 inches, and you put 15 inches over 12 inches and simplified that, and we're left with 5 over 4. Okay, that is your fraction in simplest form. Here is a page of helpful conversions that you might want to write down so that way you have them, or take a screenshot so you have these as a reference point when you are working on your assignment. 1 pound equals 16 ounces, 1 foot equals 12 inches, 1 yard equals 3 feet, and 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. If you have questions on these conversions or anything else from the video, please don't be afraid to ask for help. I'm happy to help you. Have a great day.